I'm your host, Kyle Brown, the host of Chef of the City. We've had a wonderful quarterfinal round, incredible semifinal round, and now we are here at the finale of Chef of the City. We have two great competitors. Chef BJ Cooks, he upset the great Chef LaFleur in round one, and then had a hell of a battle in round two against Chef Hector Sanchez, where he came out on top. Then he's going to be going against Chef Nia, and she's great, brought some incredible flavors, incredible creativity to the contest. She beat Chef Nate in round one, and then one of the best battles we've seen so far against Chef OJ in round two. She came out on top. Tune in to Chef of the City. This is the final. See who is going to go home with that trophy and $1,000 and be crowned the first ever Chef of the City in Columbia, South Carolina. You don't want to miss it.
What's up? This is Chef BJ. I'm here competing in Chef of the City, and I'm here to take Nia down.
I'm Chef Nia, and today I'll be the very first Chef of the City.
All right, who am I sitting here with today?
Man, with BJ Cooks.
BJ Cooks. How have you enjoyed your experience so far in the Chef of the City?
It's been a great experience, man. Being able to compete against, some of the best chefs in the city and some of the best talent has been pretty fun.
Why do you think you're going to come out on top of this competition?
I mean, I feel like just best all around, presentation, plating, flavor, taste. I feel like I'm hitting it on all calibers.
Why do you think you're going to come out on top of this competition?
I think I put a lot into this and I tried my best. It was rough in some areas, a lot of ups and downs, but I think I put a lot of heart into this, so.
All right, that follows right into my next question. What has been the hardest challenge for you so far on this show?
The time constraints, just things not coming out right the way I practice. I didn't get much practice, but everything is going left.
All right, the big day is finally here. We are live at the finale of Chef of the City. We're back with the three most important cast members on the show. To the left of me, I got Chef Killhunger, aka Mr. Glenn Brown himself in the flesh. Then I have the beautiful one and only Christina in the middle, and then a man who tried to take my name, even though he's older than me, so I guess I stole it from him. He does look a lot older than me as well. Chef Kyle there on the end. So here's our three judges. How's life been treating you? Everything been going all right?
Oh man, it's been great.
Been great?
It's been great. Just telling people about this experience, and I ain't gonna lie, people been trying to strong on me. Like if they're not on the next season, they're not gonna be my friend no more. I think I done lost a few.
So you lost some friends?
Yeah.
Can any of them cook or?
No, they can cook.
So there's some good ones. Some good ones ready for the next season. Tell them $1 million buy-in.
Buy-in.
All right, so I said we've reached the finale, okay? We got the big Chef of the City trophy sitting right over there. That's the first trophy. They'll also get a chef
You did that though.
Yeah,
That does look really good.
Yeah, thank you. I spent all week designing.
Bria, you did great.
Trophies. Yeah, so shout out to the trophy people that did provide the trophy and not the ones who didn't. So, but looks great. Northeast Trophies, thank you for our first ever Chef of the City trophy. Somebody's going to get that at the end of the night. So, say y'all were in this contest, Chef Killhunger. What do you think they got to do to get that trophy today? How would you go about getting that trophy?
Well, first and foremost, sense of urgency. When you're in a sense of urgency, going towards something, I know for me, I tend to pay a little closer attention to things, just do it a little more efficiently. Especially with the planning, decide on what I'm gonna make. I want to make something that's different, but with my own twist to it. Something that I know that I can make taste delicious, and I know that you all haven't tried yet. So that's how I prepare. That's what I would do. and I would surely try my hardest to come out on top.
All right, we're here at the finale of Chef of the City. To the left of me, I have Chef Nia. Today, she will be competing against Chef BJ Cooks. They're going to square off to see who is going to be your Chef of the City in Columbia, South Carolina. I'm going to explain real quickly how the scoring on this episode is going to work. It's a little different from our quarterfinal and semifinal rounds. In the quarterfinal and semifinal rounds, we had our 3 great judges, and they graded based on taste, creativity, and presentation. They gave a score on each one. On this one, it's a little different. They're grading head-to-head on each chef. So each chef can win 5 points per judge per round. And they get all 5 points. So whoever has the best appetizer, they get 5 points. Whoever has the best entree, they get 5 points. And whoever has the best dessert, they get 5 points per judge. So each judge can either give you a score of 10-5 or 15-0. And then the audience votes will come later, and every audience member gets a vote on who had the best 3-course meals. We will tally that results up at the end of the night, and whoever has the highest score will be crowned Chef of the City in Columbia, South Carolina.
My strategy for the finale pretty much was just stay true to myself. Take really simple and easy concepts and elevate them and take them to a different level and give people something they've never had before, but something they have had before.
My strategy is just focus, pay attention to time, stay organized, communicate with my sous chef.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Jasmine, your kitchen correspondent, co-host, whatever you like to call me. I'm back here helping out in the kitchen. Right now we have Chef BJ. Chef BJ, how are you doing today? Welcome back.
Hey, how you doing today? I'm doing great.
I'm doing pretty good. It's nice to see you back. Tell me, how have you enjoyed your journey on Chef of the City?
I love this journey. It's been fun being able to compete versus some of the better chefs in Columbia and be able to get this far. It's a huge accomplishment.
Okay. And what has been your favorite part of being on Chef of the City?
Taking on some of y'all favorites. It's been pretty fun. I've been enjoying that.
Right. Chef Nia, I'm excited to see you again. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Nice to see you. So tell me, how have you enjoyed your journey on this show today?
It's been a lot of fun, but it's been a long time, but it's been a lot of fun. Yeah.
This season's been crazy, but hey, they love you guys. They love you guys. What has been your favorite part of Chef of the City?
I think the whole production is really cool. Just the whole experience. Yeah.
I definitely get it. First time over here as well. What was your favorite dish that you've made this season?
I think the curry, the Indian curry. That was my first time, and I just really loved that. I was proud of that one.
You are?
Yeah.
So we've seen these 2 chefs. They've advanced past the quarterfinals, past the semifinals, and now they're in the finale. Some close battles. I'm going to list off what these 2 chefs cooked in the past, and I'm going to let you tell us which of their dishes you preferred, okay? So what was your favorite of their dishes? So first chef, we'll talk about Chef Nia. So in the past, she did a curry butter chicken, a pork schnitzel, then an Italian sausage play on a marry me type pasta, and then she remixed another dish that she had to do, which was a fried fish and plantains.
That was really
so which one of those 4, which one was your favorite of her dishes so far?
I'm gonna say that it was with Nia's the schnitzel, because I'm pretty sure she had that like warm potato salad with it
Yeah, she had
too.
the warm potato
That
salad.
one, I did enjoy that one. Like, I really did. Because I know the fish and the fried plantains, that one was I liked that one, but I also liked it more because
That
that
was
was
the
when she had the
remix
remix.
episode.
She had to
Where they
remake
had to
it.
do the other
She showed
people's
great
cooks.
creativity
Yeah.
on that one. She was put in a bad spot.
That
And
was
I
good.
think she
'cause
won that
didn't
one
have
over the
She didn't
original.
have much fish left over.
Yeah.
And she did what she could with it. So that was like that whole
That was a good episode.
yeah.
That was a very good episode, competitive episode. But she
3
was
fish and a loaf of bread
Yeah.
done fed the crowd.
yeah. You got anything to add to that?
I really liked the curry. The curry chicken was really delicious to me.
Okay.
So that was probably my favorite. Now the schnitzel dish was creative.
Very good.
And I did like how she came with that.
You're just
But
not
I
a big
think-
pork person.
It's not even just that, because you know I did taste it, and flavor purposes, it did what it was supposed to do. It tasted very well, but it was the different presentation of the curry chicken. You know, if you go somewhere and order curry chicken, it's not usually presented that way.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see it built differently, and it also tasted very great, and I wanted more of it. So that was probably my favorite.
If I may chime in, I like the pork schnitzel. That was one of my favorite dishes of the whole contest so far. I was a big fan.
Chef Nia also made a homemade pesto sauce.
Yeah.
And I remember that was really good because I was bugging her
Yes.
about it because
She
I don't
did
like
that with
pesto
the-
at
with the
all.
pasta.
But that one was really good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Should do. All right, and then Chef BJ is our other finalist. Yeah, Chef BJ Cooks. He's kind of been the underdog of this contest. He filled in at the last minute, wasn't even originally in the contest, and has worked his way all the way to the finale. So congratulations to him. But he did
Always a good Cinderella story.
always a good Cinderella story. Did a smothered ribeye, and then he did lamb chops, and that was his first two dishes. And then in the second round, he did seafood fried rice, and then he remixed. The other guy did chicken and beignets, and he remixed it and did chicken and waffles. So I know you were a big fan of the chicken and waffles. You thought he copied your recipe.
I was just about to say they stole his recipe.
Waffles. Yeah.
But,
Yeah, I liked what he did with the chicken and waffles.
okay.
So that's
Oh,
probably
we got
my
to kill
favorite.
hunger approval.
You got to.
He
That's
did.
all that matters.
Yup.
Kill hunger approval and kill hunger dining experience.
Cornbread waffles.
I think it was for me. His was that.
Seafood fried rice.
I was gonna say the lamb chop.
I like the
Really?
lamb chops too. He did.
Lamb
He
His
chops were
seafood
pretty
fried rice
good.
was really
Cause
good.
I'm scared of seafood from these contestants, man. Cause I get
But remember,
tails on
his
my
was
shrimp.
his
Stop
came
putting
out with
tails
no
on my shrimp.
tails, and then the other chef that did came out with the tails. in the
he
middle
had
of it.
one tail
No,
on his.
no,
No.
I had a tail. Y'all didn't. The
Maybe that's
second
why.
one,
We have a different
all had
experience.
tails.
What is your favorite dish you prepared for this season?
It has to be my lamb chops with the wild mushroom risotto. It was a chef's choice dish. It's what everybody loves that I make. I almost people make me serve this in my pop-ups all the time because they love my lamb chops.
Any other dishes throughout this contest that you've really enjoyed that stood out to you that really you
Go
want to
ahead, go
highlight?
ahead.
Listen.
Because if it's the same, I'm just gonna go. Go ahead. If
Yeah,
it's
I
the
would
same.
say what needs a notable mention is definitely the salmon Wellington.
Salmon Wellington,
Okay.
same thing.
That-
Yes.
I
Oh,
would've-
I don't think I was on that
Hey.
episode.
You,
Nah, that was
I was behind the scenes
you
for that
were
one.
on that, but
You
the
served
salmon
it to
Wellington, was probably the best.
I
best
Really?
dish.
I tried to make that salmon
Shout
Wellington
out
at
to
home.
Chef OJ for that
OJ,
one.
I tried to do it
Okay.
myself and couldn't.
Okay, what about the gumbo? That was what I was gonna say.
We did
The gumbo that
duck.
Chef LaFair made. That gumbo was good.
Wait, was that the one with the duck?
The duck was Chef
The-
Hector. Chef
the
Hector
duck-
did
the
a great
duck
job
was
with the
snapping,
duck.
though.
And
But-
he did a crab cake that had one
Ooh,
of the
that
highest
crab
scores.
cake was
Like
really
it was
good.
all, they were all amazing, but I swear that salmon Wellington.
salmon Wellington.
Now I might need to just see where that chef works.
The salmon Wellington does stand out to me as well.
It stood out,
The
'cause
crab
I'd
cakes and the
never
salmon
seen
Wellington.
one
were-
before.
I hadn't seen it either. And she gave us wine before we realized
Oh,
she
is
wanted
that
to
the-
cheat on everything.
I was gonna say the drinks too that one of the
was the
chefs
drink.
made.
That was
That
the
chef
drink,
made. I wasn't there for her first episode, but her second episode,
Yeah.
her drinks were really good.
The salmon Wellington was her
Yeah.
first one.
Okay.
Well, did you have any challenges? Like, can you tell me what your biggest challenge on this season could have been?
Just so far, the biggest challenge, I guess, when we had to switch up and use our competitors' ingredients, that was a bit of a challenge, but you know, it came out victorious.
I'm gonna say, yeah, you came out on top. So,
Yeah, so it wasn't too much of a challenge.
okay. Well, then tell me, what is your strategy coming into the finale?
Just trying to stay focused. I'm going against some really good competition over there, and she's bringing her A game, so I'm just trying to make sure we stick to the plan and we execute really well.
Okay. Well, then tell me, what do you think of your competing chef?
Oh, she's amazing. I'm going against the best of the best, so you know I got to bring my A game.
What was the biggest challenge, if you had any, for you this season?
I think probably time management. I keep saying that over and over again. Like, it's rough. Like, you think you have time, and then you check over, and it's like,
About
damn.
45 minutes gone quick. What is your strategy coming into the finale?
Just stay organized. Communicate with my sous chef, and yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, y'all have sous chefs this time, so this should be good.
Yep.
And then what do you think about your competing chef?
I think he's really good. I'm happy it was him. Him or Hector, yeah. No shade to nobody else. I swear, just, you know.
Love that. Well, good luck and let's cook. So, for your appetizer, you have chosen to prepare a smoked shrimp scampi. Why did you choose this dish?
Shrimp scampi is one of my favorite dishes to make, and then adding the smoke context to it even like elevates the dish in my opinion a little bit more.
Okay. And do you feel like this is a pretty heavy appetizer to pair with the entree?
No, it's pretty light. My goal with the appetizer is to go light. It's gonna be kind of a real buttery, a little bit of spice, a little bit of sweet. Just kind of get your palate open and then get you ready for the entree.
What do you expect to be the highlight of your shrimp scampi?
I mean, just in general, it's gonna be full of flavor. You know, a lot of, like I say, buttery, garlicly. You know, it's gonna be full of flavor. Nice, good start to your meal.
Nice and juicy shrimp, love it.
Yep.
Your competitor has also chosen to prepare a shrimp dish with a play on shrimp and grits.
Yeah.
What is going to make your shrimp scampi stand out compared to hers?
I just think, you know, shrimp and grits, when I think of it, it's like more of a meal than an appetizer. So we'll see how that works out for her.
All right, and then what is the key to your shrimp scampi?
Making sure you don't overcook your shrimp. You want to keep it nice and juicy and not any tough, rubbery shrimp.
So for the finale, you've been preparing a 3-course meal for us.
Mm-hmm.
What is the 3 dishes that you have for us?
So for the appetizer, it is a shrimp and grit, but I'm gonna make it like in a totally different way that you probably haven't seen.
Okay.
So that's my like angle on it. Not traditional.
Not traditional. Nothing you have given us has been any traditional.
I'm trying to get like simple stuff, but like a little twist on it. So it's just like, oh wow, you know.
Yeah, with the twist. Okay. What was your inspiration behind the 3 dishes?
I think my style is like traditional like items, but I always have a twist on it, like a different plating style or just some kind of different angle.
Yeah,
so I want to make it simple so that they won't be confused out there, but also, you know, wowed as well.
Bringing something that they already know of.
Yeah.
But putting your take onto it. I love that. I love that. Appetizer time. Chef Nia, for your appetizer, you have chosen to do a play on shrimp and grits. Describe what is the difference about your shrimp and grits than others?
It's mostly the style that I'm gonna plate it. I'm gonna make little balls with the shrimp, the grits, and fry them. And then I'm gonna like plate it like in the tail of the shrimp. Yeah.
It sounds crazy. I can't wait for it. And then that's another thing, actually. You said that you were putting white cheddar cheese.
Yeah.
Usually most people do like American or cheddar, sharp cheddar.
Yeah.
Why'd you choose that?
I just love white cheddar, especially in like mac and cheese, but just for like another pop of flavor. Yeah.
You gotta try it out. What is the best part of your shrimp and grits?
Well, the flavor is gonna be there, and just as like how it looks. The presentation. Like I'm so excited about it. It just came in my head one day. I'm glad I get to execute it finally.
I love that. Well, we are excited to execute on the show. And how do you think your shrimp and grits are going to compare to Chef BJ's shrimp scampi?
It's just 2 different things. We're head to head, shrimp and shrimp, steak and steak. So,
well, you heard it. Appetizers, you have shrimp and shrimp. They're going head to head, so we'll just have to see how it goes. Stay tuned.
All right, thank you to the beautiful Angel for bringing out Chef A's appetizer portion. Chef A has prepared for us a smoked shrimp scampi. It's supposed to give you 3 different flavors: smoked, sweet, and spicy. There are fresh herbs. There's a Moscato wine in there with crushed red peppers. Butter and lemon juice is also mixed in. So please go ahead, dig in. Let's find out how Chef A did on their appetizer round.
Today I'll be cooking a smoked shrimp scampi. My take on the shrimp scampi, we're smoking the shrimp today.
You know, it wasn't too much sweet in there.
Yeah, I was trying to find the sweet.
It wasn't too much sweet. It was almost like enough sweetness just to like bring down the kick of the heat, but not enough to give it its own profile, if that makes any sense. But the shrimp is cooked nicely. It's nice and tender. I like the garnish and the greenery with it. And, you know, I almost wish it would have had more because it's still pretty much just shrimp and, you know, alone.
Yeah.
But the flavor is there.
Okay.
And it was cooked nicely.
All right.
So there's that.
All right. So that's what you would change. You would just add more.
Yeah,
So
just
that
something
looks-
like, you know, something. Just, you know.
All right. What about you, Christina? Favorite part of this dish for you? What would-
I like the crushed red pepper on it. I felt like that was like a good add to the flavor. It was good. It wasn't bad. It was just kind of basic. I really was excited. And it just, like he said, it was kind of just a piece of shrimp with seasoning on it. So nothing too special about it, and I did not care for the sprouts on top. I don't think it made it look better. I don't see the point for that.
Okay. How about you, Chef Kyle?
Well, I kind of want we need to realize this is just an appetizer. It
Yeah.
ain't supposed to be too much.
Final round.
You're right. But it's like, you know, it was like, oh, it was just some shrimp. Like, you didn't get fulfilled off the appetizer. We got 2 more courses coming.
I felt like it
Or
could
a
have
lot
been
more.
a crunch in there, something.
Like
Nah, yeah, but I'm
Something other than just beef shrimp.
But
it's shrimp and garlic.
I agree with the sprouts. It was a little too much. Either less, like a couple of them, or just none at all. But I did feel like it was in my way. I'm moving it to get to my shrimp, and then I didn't really get too much of the sweet.
Okay.
Now, the smoky and that heat,
It's good.
it was good. Maybe the sweetness just was maybe like a, you know, silent K, and it just like dumbed down the heat so it didn't stay long.
Yeah.
But the heat and that smoky taste, I loved it.
What was your favorite part of it? Was it shrimp or?
Well, of course it was the shrimp,
Okay.
but yeah, it was just the sprouts. I mean, I did eat it, but then the sprouts just always gonna be just in your way.
All right. Go ahead, write down your thoughts on there about the dish, and I'm gonna go see if we're ready for the next dish.
It's okay. You see. This is so pretty.
Chef B has provided for us a play on shrimp and grits. What it is a Cajun style cream sauce at the bottom with your shrimp obviously on top and fried grit balls there as well. So that is what they've decided to do for their appetizer round. Go ahead, dig in, see how we like it.
Very nice presentation.
Yes.
Let's see, how y'all about to eat this?
So today I'm gonna make a play on shrimp and grits as my appetizer.
So we've each had a fair time to taste Chef B's appetizer round. Chef Killhunger, how did you feel about this?
For shrimp and grits, I would have preferred it to be a little warmer. But the taste was there nonetheless. Another thing I'll say, you know, the creativity of the presentation was nice. However, it was a little difficult to try to figure out how to eat it. You know? So it's almost like, do I use a fork? Do I pick it up with my hand? You know, I pick it up with my hand. The grit cake kind of fell out. So it's just like, you know, kind of all over the place, you know, when it comes to how to eat it. But the flavor was there. And it was very delicious and it was very creative.
Okay.
So.
Christina?
I really enjoyed that. I thought the presentation was very nice. The sauce was amazing. The only comment I would have on it, I did like the fried grit ball, but just a little too much salt.
A little too much salt on the fried grit?
Besides that, though, I really like that.
Okay.
And I like the sauce cold, actually. Not cold, but I think I liked it like that more than if it would have been like hot. That's the sauce-wise.
Okay.
But I did like that. That was more than just shrimp, as we seen in with the last chef.
All right. Kyle, how we feeling?
this. Like,
Tell them what you wrote down.
Oh my God, that's all I got. The creativity of that is just, anyone who loves shrimp and grits knows there's so many different ways you can do it.
Yeah.
And to incorporate, you've got this damn grit ball. The shrimp is hugging this little grit ball. It's just love right there. Like,
So did you like it? No.
no, I did not like. I love it. Like,
There you go.
so I understand maybe like he said about the sauce. It was a tad bit. You could tell that the shrimp and the grit was warmer than the sauce. But like he said, I don't know if they were going for it because of the Parmesan. It would have melted and you wouldn't even taste it like that.
Right.
But then you got the grittiness because it's not melted. I enjoy that and like that. So, and then like he said also about the how do I eat it. I didn't even know like if I was gonna eat it because that looked so good. I didn't even want to ruin it. Like,
You found a way.
I found a way.
Found a way to.
But the perfectness of that Cajun, of that shrimp and that grit ball, it did have just a tiny bit too much salt.
Circle which one you like, Chef A or Chef B's better. On the scorecard, it should tell you what they prepared, so you should know. I'll give you a minute to do that, and then let us know. You chose the shrimp scampi. What was the highlight of that dish in your mind?
The fact that the shrimp was smoked. A lot of times you go out to eat, different restaurants, you get shrimp scampi, but I kind of elevated it and did a smoked shrimp scampi. A take that I feel like a lot of people never have had before.
For your appetizer, you chose a play on shrimp and grits. Why did you choose that?
Because I just had it in my head for a long time, and I thought it'd be cute.
Your competitor, Nia, she also chose to do a shrimp dish. Y'all didn't know y'all were both doing shrimp. How do you feel like yours compares to hers, and did you get to take a look at hers?
I absolutely take a look at it. It looked beautiful on the plate. I love it when, you know, it's happened every time almost to where like my dishes and my opponent's dishes have been very similar and the like dishes. So it's good to be able to know that I'm gonna be judged off of like and similar dishes and the best dish is gonna win.
Your competitor also chose to prepare a shrimp dip dish. How do you feel like yours compared to his?
I think mine had a lot of flavor. I didn't taste his, but presentation-wise too, I just thought it was a lot of green on his plate, like a lot of maybe microgreens, I think it was, or something. I don't know. It just, you know.
Miss Christina, Chef A or Chef B, and why?
That one was real easy also for me. Chef B, just because I felt like there was more to it than just a piece of seasoned shrimp. And that sauce, it was just original. I liked it. I've never had fried grits before, but I'd order it again.
Okay. You're not a Southern girl.
We on me? Well, I thought y'all knew who won this one. Yeah, Chef B. That shrimp and grit, the creativity of it, the artisticness of it. I did like the smoke the shrimp scampi because of the smokiness, but this just had a whole nother. What'd you say earlier about do you need to go the extra mile?
Extra
That had
above
it.
and beyond.
Above and
Yep.
beyond? That was it.
That's how they're gonna bring home the trophy.
That's how they're going to bring home the trophy.
All right.
A grit cake that small is not easy to make.
It's not.
And then to have it in there,
Like placed
you know,
in there, that was nice.
Fried perfectly, and to the point where that was very creative.
Like, I know they had to go back there and be like, all right, little shrimpies, you're going to hold on tight to that little great ball. I know they did.
Bro, what is wrong with Kyle?
size
I'm
it-
sure they had that
What
pep
is
talk.
wrong with this man?
to size the grit ball perfectly enough to fit in the shrimp after it's been cooked.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how it's going to curl when you cook it.
My second course is a gorgonzola butter filet with a bone marrow demi, crispy scallop potatoes, and a charred broccolini.
All right, Chef Mia, so the appetizers are out. How are you feeling?
I feel so good.
Feeling good? Okay, did you want to change anything? Did you have enough
No.
time?
I think it was perfect.
Perfect, sounds good. Well, so now we're on to the entree. You're preparing a
Yes.
flat iron steak for your entree. Please describe what that is.
So a flat iron steak is a shoulder cut and it is a more tender steak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I chose that steak because, you know, just in case I have to go like mid-well, it'll still be flavorful and juicy. Yeah.
Sounds good. That's actually a smart thing here. I wouldn't have thought that. And how are you preparing the steaks for the judges, and how do you like yours prepared?
I am preparing all the steaks medium to mid-well, somewhere in between there.
Okay.
And it's gonna be seared on a flat top.
Okay. How do you like yours?
I like mine. I don't really eat a lot of steak. I actually really don't ever really eat steak.
All right, so after the appetizer, one chef's got a pretty hefty advantage. What you gonna do to come back in this situation?
Ask that chef what they did, but I don't know. Like you gotta keep the same game plan you already had.
Yeah.
You can't let just because you ain't weren't winning the first half at halftime don't mean you gotta.
We ain't even at halftime. We at first quarter still.
What is this, hockey? Because it's only 3 quarters.
Yeah.
You right.
We in the first quarter of y'all's. We ain't even got to the live people. So
Yeah.
True.
So, I mean, you just gotta right now keep faith in the game plan you had, and just hope that maybe because you decided what dish you was gonna make.
Yeah.
You ain't know what they was gonna make.
Yeah.
So. You just got to keep forward because you can't switch it up now.
Just as good as their
But
appetizer might have been.
I think that if I was in the kitchen and I was Chef A, and then my plate went out, and then I saw the second chefs go out so creative, my next plate, I'm gonna be like, okay, like let me make sure this looks real good before I send it out there. So I think the presentation, the taste was good, but the presentation really got us, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I
So-
get the game plan thing, but you know, like if you
You
go
gotta
out
step
there
up.
and it ain't working, then
Sometimes
you gotta
you gotta
try.
switch
You
it.
gotta try something else. You gotta know when to switch them up.
Know when to hold them, know when to
That
fold them.
presentation is definitely something I would tighten up on if I could have saw what
The
Chef
other-
B sent out myself.
Your sides are fondant potatoes and haricot bear. You said that.
Haricot bear.
Haricot bear.
Haricot
Haricot bear. Why did you choose these two dishes? Those are
Cause the potatoes, I love them so much. It looks like scallops. Like everyone thinks it's scallops, and then it's potatoes.
Yeah,
Lots of butter, a lot of flavor. Like I love them.
yes, I did actually see you was making them. And I was
Yeah.
like, that's definitely what I okay, glad to know that is a fondue potato. Love it. What is going to be the best part of your entree?
I think the sauce for the steak and the potatoes actually. The sauce is really, really good, and then the potatoes, of course. I just love them.
I'm looking forward to those
Yeah.
potatoes. And why is your steak going to be better than Chef BJ's steak?
I don't know. Flat iron is a good cut of steak, way slept on, and my sauce is just, I love it. So,
All right, well, I guess we'll just have to find out. Y'all stay tuned. What is so unique about the filet mignon? Is it because of the plating or?
That's the cut, how tender it is. If you cook that steak to a perfect medium rare, it's super tender. It just melts in your mouth.
Okay, and then how are you preparing the fillets for the judges?
Medium. I'm going medium all day. It's between a medium well, but I'm gonna shoot for medium.
Is
By the
that-
time it gets to the judge, it might be medium well, but I'm shooting for medium.
Okay, is that how you like your steak?
Yes, medium. Yep.
Medium?
Yep.
Okay, it's okay. I like mine medium well, but we'll do.
Okay.
You're using gorgonzola butter. Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah, gorgonzola butter. Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. On the filet, describe what that is.
I'm doing a compound gorgonzola butter. I got some rosemary, herb chives, green onions, some crushed red pepper flakes, lemon zest, lemon juice, and so I just made a little compound butter to set the steak off.
Okay, so it's gonna add a lot of flavor to
Yep,
that steak.
yep.
Perfect. And the sides are charred broccolini and crispy scallop potatoes. Why did you choose those dishes to pair with the entree?
A broccolini is gonna go real good with that. Give it a little smoky and charness. We're gonna finish it off on the char grill, and then the crispy scallops is gonna be real good on there.
Sounds good. And why is your steak going to beat Chef Mia's steak?
I mean, it's just I'm full of flavor. You know how it comes. You know, it's gonna be full of flavor. It's gonna taste amazing. It's gonna hit every palate, and you're gonna love it. You're gonna want some more.
All right. Well, I can't wait to try it out. Let's see how it goes.
Awesome.
thank you again to Angel for bringing out our entree portion for Chef A. Chef A today has prepared for us a filet mignon with crispy scalloped potatoes, with herbs as well, gorgonzola butter, and a bone marrow demi-glace with charred broccolini. So go ahead and dig in, try it out. What's so unique about your filet?
The butter. I make a gorgonzola compound butter from scratch. Not too many people do that, and that butter just sets that steak off. And then once you add that bone marrow demi to it, it just takes it to a whole nother level.
Kyle, what are your thoughts?
All right. We were talking about this like maybe off camera a few seconds ago. A competition with steak is hard because you really don't know how people like their steak.
Yeah.
Mine's perfect. Like, you know what I'm saying? But everybody don't like some people like this all the way cooked. They don't like to see that pink in the middle.
Yeah.
Which is understandable. Everybody got their preferences. But mine, all of ours, we loved it.
Yeah.
But the gorgonzola butter plus the demi-glace and that charred broccolini, like all of those added together, just it made it amazing. It just made it like they all flowed together. Wish there was a little more sauce with the potatoes, and a little more cooked a little longer for it, a little more crispiness to it.
Yeah.
The presentation was amazing. Like the colors popped. I feel like ever since this new season of The Bear came out and everybody's starting to just microgreens.
Yeah.
It's a little too much. Like you didn't need all that.
Okay.
You could have did on both of them. You could have just did like the bare minimum, 2 or 3. Cause I'm not even gonna eat them.
So best part of the plate, Kyle?
That demi-glace. The demi-glace. I'm gonna have to add all 3. Is the demi-glace, the butter, and the steak. All 3 of them.
And then the worst part's the microgreens? Or the
No, I'm not gonna say the worst part is the microgreens because the microgreens. The potatoes. It just needed a little more cream, sauce, cheese, and crispiness to it.
Best part and worst part?
Best part for me is gonna be the sauce and how perfect the steak was cooked. I feel like I'm really picky with my steak. I don't like it bleeding, but I also don't like it rough, and that was a really good steak. The worst part of my plate is gonna be the potatoes. They just weren't cooked, just wasn't nothing special to it. Weren't crispy, there was no crunch to it, nothing like that.
All right. Best part, worst part, Kill Hunker?
I think the best part was the steak. The taste was great, and it also was, I hate to sound so repetitive, but I mean, that's just what I was thinking as well. And the worst was probably the potatoes. Granted, you know, the way it was done, I'll note that that's not easy to do it like that.
Yeah.
And the plate did sit for a couple of minutes before we tried it, so that could have had something to, maybe it would have been a little more crispy if we ate it like when it first came out. And
That's fair.
You know, but it did need more flavor, and it did need more sauce. So even amidst that, you know, it missed the sauce and the flavor. So.
All right. Thank you again to Angel for bringing out Chef B's entree portion of this finale. Chef B has prepared for us a flat iron steak with butter and herbs with fondant potatoes. And I am going to mispronounce this, but I'm going to try it anyway. Haricots, which fancy name for green beans.
French style green beans.
I am French. So let's go ahead and dig in. Try it. Looks beautiful.
Oui, mon ami. So why didn't they put the scallop in the description?
I think that's the potato.
Because it's potatoes.
Wow,
It is potato?
it's potatoes.
I am simply amazed at that.
Why'd you choose the sides to go with that? The haricot.
You know, haricots is just, you know, it's green beans, so I, didn't want to put too much on the vegetable, but the potatoes, I love that style. It looks like scallops. I feel like it tricks everybody, but like, it's just so good. I love it.
Right. Your thoughts on this dish initially, Chef Glenn Brown?
Initially, I was a little confused because I didn't see scallops on the paper. So I thought, and initially looking at it, it looked like we had some surf and turf right, which I would have been happy with. But nonetheless, potatoes. It was cooked very nicely. And again, it's notable that, you know, it's not easy to do that. So the presentation, you know, much points and kudos for the presentation. I think the presentation of this plate looked a lot better than the last one. Not from the last round, but from the last plate we got. I thought this plate looked a lot better.
All right, Christina, thoughts on the dish?
I really liked it. It was really good. Before we started shooting again, we were talking about the potato, how it looked like scallops and not potatoes. We were all pretty shocked. I think they did really good. My favorite thing about the plate, I really like the topping that she put on top of the steak. I'm not sure if you can see it too well, but it's like minced garlic and some little sauce, and that was really good.
Okay.
And the worst for me is probably gonna be, I'd probably have to agree with Chef Killhunger and just say the potato was good, but maybe if there was like a little sauce on it or something like that, it would have just made it a little bit better.
All right. Chef Kyle.
I mean, I don't need to go no more on about how amazed we are at these potatoes.
Okay.
Because that shocked me, and it was really, I liked it. Yeah, it could have had some more sauce to it, but I took it for what it was. And all, and like you said, like how you gonna go up against a filet with a flat iron, but you did.
Right.
You did, and you held your own. Like this round right here is gonna be hard for me to judge on who.
You're
won
about to have
said
to,
round.
so prepare.
But at first I was a little. The first bite I took was kind of like end piece, so it was a little more charred. So I didn't think it was marinated and cooked properly, like how I like it. So, but when I realized that was just an end piece, and I got another piece, it just like the steak your flat iron is melting, like it's soft and buttery, like it is so good.
All right. So I'm going to ask you to go ahead and check off which one you think is your favorite. Have we all checked it off? We ready to tell which one we think is a favorite? I'll start. I see yours is checked, Killhunger, so I'm going to let you go ahead and tell us which one you have winning and why.
I gotta be honest, I went with I was surprised, but I went with Chef A on this one. And I'll say, you know, even though the flat iron steak was, you know, it wasn't a bad option. I don't think it amounted properly to the filet. The filet was just naturally much tender. You know, I could have cut that with my fork, you know. Yeah. So, and I think the flavors of the demi and the gorgonzola butter complemented the steak more than the sauce on the flat iron steak did. Also, I enjoyed the broccolini more than I enjoyed the green beans on this plate as well. So, for those two out of the three elements of the plate, that's why I picked Chef A's plate.
What about you, Chef Kyle?
Like I said, this one was hard. Like this one was a little difficult, but Chef A got it. And the gorgonzola butter, the demi-glace, and the charness of the broccolini, those components together is what made Chef A win. Where the mixture of flavors on this dish, even though I love the idea of this whole you just mind with the potato, like you got me. Like we thought that was about to be a surf and turf dish, and it really it presented itself as one, but it wasn't.
All right, Chef BJ, so the entrees are out, and now it's time for the dessert. You have chosen a caramel bourbon apple gallate a la mode. Why'd you choose this as a dessert? This is like amazing, spontaneous.
I mean, everything I've done throughout the whole competition, I just been doing crazy stuff and different stuff that, you know, from the wild mushroom risotto to a random seafood fried rice. So, you know, I just thought to, you know, do a play on, you know, apple pie and just take it to another level.
I love that. I love your creativity. What exactly is the difference between an apple pie and an apple gallate?
So I decided to use some puff pastry here. So I went ahead and then used some puff pastry, caramelized the outside. I thinly sliced the apples, caramelized them in some brown sugar butter, and some Jim Beam bourbon.
Sounds good. Well, this is Chef of the City, and we're in the South. So did you try to play on, your Southern roots with the apple gallate?
Not really. It was just more, I like apple pie, and so I wanted to just do something different with it.
You never go wrong with apple pie.
Yeah.
What would be the best part of your dessert?
When you take that nice crispy puff pastry with that apple and then get that cold ice cream, it'd be a perfect pairing.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I love when everything comes right together.
Yep.
All right, guys, so the steaks came out wonderful. Now it's time for the dessert. For us, you'll be making a banana pudding tart. Why did you choose this dessert?
It's just a crowd favorite, shrimp and grits. The tart is all,
All comes
banana
together.
pudding, no-brainer.
Okay, well, banana pudding is typally considered a Southern dish, and you're from New York, so are you trying to play in the audience?
I am. I had to, you know what I'm saying?
Southern people
Gotta
like
be
our shrimp and
strategic.
grits and banana pudding now. Okay, what are the key ingredients to this banana pudding?
I think the banana is a final nice touch. It's gonna be like burnt sugar on the top, like
Burnt sugar.
a brulee.
Ooh, that sounds delightful.
You chose a play on an apple pie. Why'd you choose that? What's the best part of it?
Honestly, who doesn't love apple pie? So I just thought I'd take apple pie and, like I've always been doing, taking traditional French concepts and just elevating them and making it something that you can prepare at your home. So, anybody can go to your grocery store and get a puff pastry, make you a caramel sauce with some bourbon glaze, and rock out. I can hold it now. You need to do something. Give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me 5 layers of apples ready, so I can just drop them once I finish this part.
Picture. They needed a 5th. Oh no, it's there. That one's ugly. This is all annoying me. Doesn't check. Garlic. Yeah. Because I'm going to do more later, but I'm going to just do a small batch now.
With your dessert, you did a play on banana pudding tart. Speak on that, why you chose it, and what's the best part of it?
The banana pudding tart, I've made it before, and I just think it's so good. Like, it's so different. I feel like people aren't used to the layers, and I just, I had to change it up a little bit.
All right.
Present it a different way for
Okay.
everybody.
So a lot of chefs don't enjoy making desserts. How do you feel about them?
I hate it.
You hate it?
Yeah, I hate it. I don't like making desserts at all. I'm more of a savory cook. Having to actually, when you cooking savory foods, you can just go with the feel and how it tastes. But when you're baking and doing desserts, you have to actually pull out the measuring cup, the teaspoon. You don't want to put too much flour, too much yeast, too much baking powder. It'll just mess everything up.
That is correct. Well, what would be a dessert that you would actually like or enjoy making for people?
I love making apple pies, that kind of thing. So when I actually have to do it or really have the inkling to do it, and I enjoy it. But if I had to choose, I would never make them.
Never?
Yeah.
Understandable. Many chefs do not like cooking dessert. How do you feel about making them?
I do not like desserts.
Why?
I do not. I started off as a young kid wanting to be a pastry chef, and that quickly changed after I went to school.
Really?
And realized it's so much that goes into trying to bake. You know what I mean? It's just too much. I'm not patient.
Understandable. What are some of your favorite desserts if you was to make it, prepare it for someone? What would you like?
The last thing I baked was this apple rose tart. So similar to what he's doing, but it was in the form of a rose.
Yeah.
So it was just so good with a caramel sauce on top. It was so good. Yeah.
And what do you think separates your apple gallate from Nia's banana pudding
Well,
tart?
I'm gonna be honest. When I found out she was doing banana pudding, I said, "Well, she might smoke my boots on this round. I don't know.
Right.
We'll see." She I feel like she can make a good banana pudding.
Okay, well, I love your attitude. I love that you're bringing some apple. Oh my goodness, I love apple and cinnamon. It's the perfect combination. But I love that you're bringing that to the table, and we're gonna go check on Nia and see what's going on with her banana pudding.
Awesome.
that other shit. Steak sauce.
Shit too.
All right, thank you to our lovely new server. Miss Nicole has brought out Chef B's dessert. We have a banana pudding tart with a brulee banana topping. So if you would like to go ahead and dig in, this is Chef B's dessert, a banana pudding tart with a brulee banana topping. A lot of banana. All right, your thoughts on this, Miss Christina?
Loved the crust on it.
Okay.
Banana pudding is my favorite dessert, so that was amazing. It was really good. And I really liked how she placed one banana on top, but the banana was like it was crispy, like bruleed. That's the right word? Mm-hmm. So I thought it was good. I would have added a little more crunch on the inside, like a wave, but I liked it.
The brulee of the banana was perfect. And the pudding, it wasn't just vanilla pudding type. You could taste the flavor. The crust is my favorite. That is a very, very good texture, flavor of that crust. And if I'm gonna say something I didn't like or maybe should have been done different, I do like the caramel drizzle. I might have drizzled a little more, or maybe like a little powdered sugar. But that's it. Like, there's nothing really bad about it. I wouldn't really change. I wouldn't critique it too much.
Huh?
You didn't try your banana.
He doesn't eat bananas.
You don't eat
I
bananas.
eat bananas. I'll try it. I will say I don't like banana pudding, but I do like that a lot.
Thank you to the beautiful Angel for providing us with Chef A's dessert. Chef A has prepared for us a puff pastry, caramelized apple with Jim Beam bourbon, and caramelized buttered sugar a la mode. So some ice cream there as well. So if y'all want to go ahead and dig in and try it, please. Christina, can you give us your thoughts on this dish?
I thought it was good. Nothing really bad to say about it. It was good. I just feel like it would have been a little bit better if there was something maybe under the apple, like to add to it, because it was kind of just apples and the breading. My favorite will be how they made the apples. It did have like a good flavor on it. And my worst would just be adding something else probably underneath it to add something else to the dish.
All right. Chef Killhunger?
I think the flavors were there. It was a good dessert. I'm not a big fan of how the apples were. The presentation was nice. I feel like it should have been grounded, maybe grinded, or just something else, you know. But the taste was there. I just didn't really care too much for the texture of the apples. The ice cream, you know, it's vanilla ice cream. You know, I think the garnish could have been a little more creative too. But, you know, for what it's worth, it was a good dessert.
All right. Chef Kyle?
I'm not a big fan of apples per se, but Granny Smith is one of my that I do like. I just feel like, to feed off what he said, I might have had diced apples instead of the sliced. I also feel like I didn't get that good bourbon caramel flavor I was looking for. I ain't gonna lie, I'm disappointed. You know, the
All
toast
right.
if the toaster strudel just wasn't hitting on what I needed it to hit on.
It's like, it's a good idea, it's a good concept, but it just wasn't executed the best way that it could have been, you know?
No.
So maybe a little rush, maybe just not as thought out. But you know,
The flavor wasn't there, and that's basically probably why
that's a tough one.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
gave it
so
to
we
the
were
other
tied going into the dessert round. So judges, make your votes real quick. We're gonna go to you with your selections. And has everybody voted?
one. Yeah.
Yes.
Or I'll let you go last, Killhunger. It looks like you're still deciding.
I
Chef
gave
Kyle?
dessert. I gave it to Chef B.
Okay, and the reason?
The reason Chef B had all the flavors that needed to be there, and Chef A just he could have did better.
All right.
My vote went to Chef B. I don't feel like that was as difficult of a choice as the steak was. And mine mainly is going to be because I wish that there was something else to it. Like I said, it's just apples and toast. It did taste good. It just wasn't nothing extra like it should have been for the finale.
All right. Glenn Brown.
A little stuck on it. I feel like this one was a little more creative than the other one, you know, concept-wise. But just as far as executing-wise and as far as which one I would want another one of, out of the two, I'd probably go with B, honestly.
He don't even like banana pudding.
And I don't even like banana pudding.
So you're going Chef B as well?
I gotta give it to Chef B.
Clean sweep on that one?
We all agreed throughout on every section.
Yeah. And why the hell did I have 3 judges? I could have just used one. So, all right. Well, that's it for our judges portion. We'll tally up the results. And now it's time for the live show. We got our audience coming in here, 45 people coming in to try. Let's find out who's going to be the chef of the city in
Great
Columbia,
job,
South
chefs.
Carolina. Judges came back. You're slightly behind going into the finale. How you feeling?
Those judges suck. I mean, you know. Listen, I mean, the people's choices was gonna carry it home. You know, the people are gonna eat the food. They're gonna try it, and they're gonna love it. And you know, I'm gonna come out victorious.
So the judges came back. You're up going into the live audience portion. How you feeling?
I feel good. I really liked my app. And yeah, I feel really good.